He was all about helping others, and that's something I know he's very proud of us for doing.
Hoping to turn tragedy into triumph, a local family holds an annual fundraiser.
Tonight we hear from the father of Bethany Markowski, who went missing 17 years ago.
Plus, the weekend construction you need to know about and big events happening in the Hub City are just ahead.
And there's a chance for even more rain over the weekend. We'll walk you through the forecast hour by hour, plus a look at the heat ahead coming up.
Now, from West Tennessee's News Channel, this is 7 Eyewitness News at 10.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. Family and friends of a college student who was shot and killed back in 2009 continue an annual event to keep his legacy alive.
WBBJ7 Eyewitness News reporter Amanda Gary joins us live in the studio now with more on what else the family hopes to accomplish from the event. Amanda?
Brad, Ariana, Jerome Ellington was a Lane College student and only 19 years old when his family says he died too soon. But hoping to turn tragedy into triumph, they started the annual Jerome Ellington All-Star Game. Laughter and smiling faces could be seen courtside Friday in the JCM gym in East Jackson.
I'm just overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed to see people still want to support this. They come out each year.
It's the 9th annual All-Star Game, an event Norma Ellington says friends and family host every year in memory of her son, Jerome.
He was very loyal, like the best friend you could ever have. You call him at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, he'll come.
Jerome was shot and killed outside of Jackson Bowling and Skating Family Fun Center back in 2009.
A day that I'll never forget, and I just don't wish this on any parent.
But from that tragedy, his friends and family bring hope, starting the Jerome Ellington Scholarship Fund.
At that time, we couldn't afford him going to Lane, but he made it happen, and he proved me wrong and others wrong. So that's one thing I loved about him. He would not let no stop him.
Those who knew Jerome say this annual courtside event is the perfect way to remember him.
He loved the game of basketball.
He was good. He couldn't beat me though, but he was good.
Players we spoke with say they all feel like all-stars, honoring a man who they say died much too soon and helping students down a path he was not able to finish.
Because at the end of the day, it was about helping kids go to school. Jerome would love that.
Norma Ellington says 5 high school seniors will be awarded $500 in scholarship money from the foundation. Live in studio, Amanda Gary, WBBJ7 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Amanda. Now, those students will be receiving the scholarships at a ceremony held tomorrow at St. John's Baptist Church in Jackson. In our continuing coverage tonight, the woman accused in a shooting a year ago appears in court this morning. Coquita Lake appeared in Chester County Court, where she pled guilty to attempted first-degree murder and employing a firearm during the commission of a felony. Police say it happened at the Quality Metals Stamping Factory in May of last year. Police say Lake got into an argument with a co-worker, went to her car, got a gun, came back inside, and shot the victim several times. Lake went into custody after this morning's hearing. She's set to be sentenced later this year.
Also in continuing coverage, parents of students involved in the 2016 Chester County school bus crash were in court today. Court was filled with parents and lawyers as many wanted to hear the next steps in getting medical records covered. The driver, Christina Mathis, was charged with almost 40 counts of aggravated assault when the bus filled with Chester County high school students heading to a Beta Club convention overturned in Nashville. Lawyers say they hope to have the case resolved within the next year.
Well, once the sun set, we finally started to see those rain showers taper off across parts of West Tennessee. And right now on the Storm Tracker 7 Max radar, we don't really have hardly any rain that's falling in the Mid-South. We certainly saw quite a bit of it, though, especially during the afternoon and early evening, where you can see pretty much from Jackson up into Paris, there were some heavy showers. So heavy that in parts of Carroll County, they may have produced over 3 inches of rain. Just outside of Huntington, it was just over an inch, just off to the west and the northwest. And just south of Paris, almost 3 inches may have fallen near Springfield as well. But taking a look at where those showers are currently, we still have just a little bit of lingering rain in West Tennessee. It's mainly light showers. Tomorrow, that chance does return. It's a 30% chance for scattered showers and thunderstorms on Saturday, with high temperatures in the upper 80s that'll feel even warmer than that, thanks to the fact that it's going to be a hot and humid day. So stray showers and thunderstorms are possible tomorrow. Otherwise, it's going to be a hot and humid afternoon, both for Saturday and Sunday, because we've got a daily chance for rain that continues for West Tennessee for the next several days. Talk about whether or not this pattern is going to be changing anytime soon in your next look at the forecast in a few minutes. This first look is brought to you by Lane College. For now, Brad, back to you.
Thank you, Tom. It's the weekend, which means weekend delays and even more road closures in the area. TDOT is continuing improvements to the Highway 45 bypass north and southbound from the Interstate 40 ramps to Old Hickory Boulevard. This weekend, look for single lane closures on I-40 from exit 79 to 82 for pavement of the outside shoulder. Leaders with TDOT are asking drivers to use extra caution when proceeding through work zones.
It's time to recognize this week's Educator of the Week, presented by the Tennessee Education Lottery. Kim Jones inspired to teach after taking part in a ministry teaching English to Spanish-speaking locals. She took that passion to work with children and has been teaching now for 26 years. She says she loves seeing her students learn, all while learning about their languages as well. Jones will now be eligible for the statewide Tennessee Education Lottery Educator of the Month Award. To vote for her or any of the other nominees, visit seehowitadds.com. To nominate a teacher for our weekly award, just email us at educator@WBBJTV.com.
Across the state, Governor Haslam says legislation billed as a push against sanctuary cities is stirring up fear on both sides of the issue. And he says he's not sure if that fear is legitimate. The governor has until Tuesday to act on the bill. He told reporters that there aren't sanctuary cities in the state, and by his reading, they're illegal under state law. He said his administration is taking its time to see exactly how much discretion the bill does take away.
Across the country now, the suspect in today's deadly school shooting in Santa Fe, Texas, went before a judge. This evening, Demetrios Pagortis appeared in a Galveston County courtroom via video from the county jail. This morning, police say the 17-year-old opened fire inside of Santa Fe High School. 10 people were killed. 10 others were injured, including 2 law enforcement officials. Pagortis is being charged with capital murder and aggravated assault of a public servant. He's been denied bond. Pagortis could have more charges.
Well, Wednesday night, we heard from the mother of this missing girl. Tonight, the last person she was seen with is coming forward, her father.
And many people go to a museum to raise money for a good cause. That's next. The Bemis Historical Society kicked off day 1 of its annual Bemis Heritage Days. More than 75 people came out to the Bemis Historical Museum tonight. Everyone enjoyed live music and dancing. This is all a fundraiser for the museum. It's an annual event. It's been going on since 1998.
Well, reminiscing and remembering history, and it's just fun.
Saturday events run from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. The museum opens at 9 a.m. Then at 10 a.m. the Jackson-Madison chapter of the National Society Daughters of the American Revolution invites everyone to attend a memorial observance at the Bemis Cemetery to honor United States veterans interred there.
Well, Northside High School names their new band director today. Jared Nobles comes to Northside from Dyersburg High School, where he had been the band director for the past 4 years. Noble says he doesn't plan on making any big changes to the program right away. Northside's marching band's summer rehearsals start in June. Well, we have breaking news tonight of another high school shooting. Police in Clanton County, Georgia say 2 people have been shot. 1 person is dead at a graduation ceremony held tonight. That shooting happened at the Mount Zion High School in Jonesboro, Georgia. The 2 shot were women, one in the leg, the other in the chest, multiple times. That woman has died. No word on the extent of the other injuries or how many people may have been involved. Stay with us. We'll have more details as it becomes available.
Well, the chance for rain continues this weekend with more heat and humidity than we've had today or yesterday. We're going to talk about how hot the humidity is going to make it feel like outside, and the heat index coming up next.
Now, WBBJ Storm Team 7 weather with Chief Meteorologist Tom Miners.
Well, I know the rain certainly may have put a damper on some of your evening activities, if that's what you were dealing with tonight, but it certainly did leave quite a nice view for some parts of the Mid-South, too. And thanks to viewers like you, we get to see what that looked like. Thanks to these photos, or these viewers who are sending in photos of rainbows across West Tennessee this evening. Patricia sent this photo in from Milan. I know there was a graduation ceremony there tonight, and there were some showers and thunderstorms in the area. Take a look at this shot. Apparently, rainbows set in the Tennessee River, or at least Kentucky Lake, as Michelle sent this photo from Buchanan Resort there in parts of northwest Tennessee. And we got a nice shot here from Katie that sent this photo in from western parts of Madison County. Got a double rainbow there, but a very vibrant view. Another vibrant shot here also from Milan. Thanks to Keith for sharing this photo with me on Twitter. So you can send your photos in. We appreciate that. We are glad that at least the rain has largely left West Tennessee right now. It's 69 degrees with clear skies in many areas of West Tennessee, and temperatures are still looking at the upper 60s to the lower 70s. So no matter where you are, it is certainly cooler than the 80s that we had at the warmest point of the day. A low pressure system still kind of in charge of at least rotating a few of these showers around the Mid-South tonight. Although again, West Tennessee is largely free of those showers. We'll start to see them return, though, starting in the morning and lingering on into the afternoon and the evening hours. Just can't rule out a shower on Saturday. And even though it might only affect an isolated area, that area that deals with rain tomorrow, like today, we'll have to deal with some heavy showers and possibly some frequent lightning in some of the thunderstorms that develop. They'll be possible right on into the evening, but you'll notice the coverage really starts to dissipate by the hours just after sunset. Then on Sunday, we may start the morning mainly dry, but once again, in the afternoon, pop-up showers and thunderstorms are going to be possible. And we're going to see that daily chance for rain right on into Monday, Tuesday, and even Wednesday next week. So we don't change the pattern then. But the latter part of the forecast, perhaps closer toward the second half of next week, is starting to show some signs that we could see some improvement and a few changes that will allow for some drier weather in West Tennessee. We're going to drop to 64 degrees tonight. Those showers are dissipating. Just a bit of fog out there early in the morning. Fog that could be so dense that it could be less than a mile of visibility in Lexington, Parsons, Selmer, and close to almost a tenth of a mile in Union City. So visibility could be quite low early Saturday. Temperatures tomorrow, though, in the upper 80s or lower 90s, so it's going to be a warm day tomorrow. Take a look at the heat index. Tomorrow, with a temperature in the upper 80s, it'll actually feel like it's 93 degrees outside, the hottest temperature that we had earlier on this week. So it's going to be very warm and humid during the afternoon tomorrow. 68 degrees for the low temperature tomorrow night, mainly dry Saturday night to Sunday with some patchy fog. But there will be the chance for those pop-up showers, again, thunderstorms, and high of 90 on Sunday. So still looking at a very warm forecast. You know, as of right now, this May is easily in the top 3 hottest Mays on record. Doesn't really point to what the rest of the summer is going to hold in store for us, but certainly feels like summer is already underway. Pop-up showers and thunderstorms possible pretty much all next week, but we will start to see a bit of a trend down in the rain chances after that. Beyond the 7-day forecast into some of the last several days of the month of May. I can't believe those words coming out of my mouth, but it is already May 18th, so hard to believe. That forecast is brought to you by Lofton Chevrolet in Henderson.
It definitely feels like summer, and May's almost over.
Yep.
Unreal.
It is. Graduation ceremonies happening.
I know. It's all happening so quick.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Tom.
Well, next up in sports, an update on the scores from tonight's sectional action.
Plus, Tennessee Athletic Director Philip Fulmer talks expectations for the Vols this upcoming season. Sports is next.
7 Eyewitness News is with you on TV, online, and on the radio with Star 107.7 and Win 106.9, part of West Tennessee's News Network.
An update now to breaking news that we brought you earlier. A woman is dead after a shooting in the parking lot of Mount Zion High School in Clayton County, Georgia tonight.
Officials say while the shooting occurred on the property of Mount Zion High School, the incident involved individuals at a graduation from another school nearby. Stay with WBBJ 7 Eyewitness News for the latest on this story on air and online. In addition to the woman who was killed, 2 additional women were shot, although their conditions are unknown. Only on 7, chances are if you've lived in Jackson for the last several years, you've heard of the missing case of Bethany Markowski. She's been missing for 17 years. Wednesday night, we showed you our interview with Bethany's mother, Johnny Carter. Tonight, Bethany's father is speaking out for the first time since Bethany went missing in 2001. Bethany Markowski vanished without a trace at 11 years old. Here is what she would look like today at 28 years old. The last person she was seen with was her father, Larry Markowski. WBBJ7 Eyewitness News first spoke with him in 2001.
We took a nap in the van, and she got up, wanted to go in the mall, and she went in supposedly, and I fell back asleep for a while and woke up and went in and looked for her. I made a mistake by letting her go in the mall. I shouldn't have done that.
Today, a reporter from Crime Watch Daily interviewed Larry Markowski on camera for the first time since 2001.
I picked her up on Friday, went to Arkansas, and the whole time we was there, we was up all night. We visited and everything else. We came back to my house in Gleason. Well, she wanted to go back to the mall in Jackson to go to Claire's and the game room. So we got to the mall, I think it was about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I stretched out on the back seat of the van. It wasn't about 30 minutes later I went in, I couldn't find her. I went out to the mall, I looked for her everywhere.
Mall security cameras show zero evidence that Bethany was ever inside the mall.
They've got a podcast going saying that I'm a mean villain of a human being.
A podcast called Searching for Ghosts outlines the events leading up to Bethany's disappearance. In the podcast, Larry's friend Harold speaks out.
He said to me, he said, well, why? I'm going to take my van down to Port of Mexico and leave it down there, and you can have it. You just come get it, it'll be yours.
I'm a truck driver. I drove all 48 states of Canada. If I was going to go to Mexico, wouldn't I not left Little Rock and went to Mexico? And I dang sure wouldn't have took my van down there and called my so-called buddy Harold to come and get the van. Nothing was ever said like that. It's a witch hunt, and it's a pack of lies is what they're saying. I believe somebody has her, and I believe she's gonna come home. Just like J.C. Dugard, I follow stuff. I don't care how they smear me. All I care about is my daughter. I love my daughter with all my heart.
The case still remains unsolved. TBI has not ruled out that Bethany was abducted by a stranger, and no charges have been filed against Larry Markowski. Now, if you have any information, call the TBI at 1-800-TBI-FIND.
Finally, a look into the AMP concert series and one last look at your weekend forecast next. Well, tonight is the night fans of local music have been waiting for. Oh yeah, sounds great. Not even the threat of rain could keep die-hard music lovers away with another summer concert series at the AMP at the Market at downtown Jackson.
And tonight, fans rocked the night away with the music of Kimberly Helton Band Under the Stars. There's even more music scheduled throughout the summer. Next month, it's the music of King Bees on June 8th. And here's just a few events going on this weekend you may want to check out. STAT is holding a pet adoption event at Petco in the Westtown Commons from 11 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon, and a benefit concert is scheduled for tomorrow from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Old Country Store Amphitheater behind the Old Country Store on Casey Jones Lane. The concert will go to benefit the Dream Center's capital campaign for the Building Fund for their new location on Oil Well Road. For a complete list of other events going on around this weekend, just go to our website and click Scene on 7. Lots of stuff going on this weekend.
That's
Fun
for
stuff.
sure. Lots and lots of stuff, too. Hopefully the weather is going to cooperate.
Right?
Yeah.
We hope so. Fingers crossed. We still got the chance for pop-up showers and thunderstorms like we have all week, and we're still going to see all next week. There's still a pop-up shower and thunderstorm in the forecast on any one of those days on the 7-day, and the temperatures are going to be warm again tomorrow and Sunday. You know, we had high temperatures in the lower 90s earlier this week. We were looking at 93 degrees on the thermometer in Jackson. It was a record high temperature earlier this week. But the forecast doesn't have anything getting quite that hot unless we're talking about Sunday when we're getting close to those low 90s again. Scattered showers and thunderstorms are still expected, though, for most of the forecast for next week. And again, ultimately, you're going to see some days where you're going to have a chance for those showers to move through, and that could be heavy rain. But just as an example, even today in Jackson, we had a heavy shower this morning come through parts of the hub city, and one street was dealing with the shoulders of the road that were completely filled with water, and just down a couple blocks away. It hadn't even rained a drop, so that's pretty much the way the forecast is going to pan out for us for the next several days. But this weekend, hopefully that weather will cooperate with whatever events you do have on the planner. We are looking, of course, at basically this not really changing too much for the next few months. This is really summertime weather for West Tennessee, so make sure you're getting used to it because this is the way things go here in the South.
That's for sure. All right, we thank you as always for joining us tonight.
And have a good weekend. We'll see you next week.